Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I'm going to be trying out the Colourpop and Winnie the Pooh collection, and I'm so excited. This is definitely one of the best collections I think that they've released. I feel like they don't always do justice to some of these collaborations that they do with Disney or Star Wars or etc. But I really feel like this one, they knocked it out of the park and I just had to get it, especially because it's definitely very nostalgic. I love Winnie the Pooh and it is very much a part of my childhood. So I got the whole entire collection. I'm not going to be swatching everything just because the other two highlighters are too dark for me, but I will be trying out everything else. I have the highlighter on. I will be showing you how I apply that. I will be showing you these two looks I created with the palette, and I mean, just the palette is so cute. It is definitely on the neutral side, but of course that makes sense. It is Winnie the Pooh inspired, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do a part 2 because this launch really took off and I think it was very successful. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do a second one that might be maybe a little bit more colorful, but it's not too neutral. There's a yellow and an orange, and every time there's a yellow and orange and a brown, I'm like, you know what? That's like colorful enough for me. And then I was really curious about these shimmers. There are 3 sequin shades, which if you've been on my channel, you know how I feel about those. Just totally pointless kinds of shades, but regardless, you can just use them as mattes basically, which is what I did in the second look. And then I also got the glosses, which came in this cute little box, and I mean, these are all just super cute. The attention to detail on the packaging is just so adorable, and I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video, so get ready for that. And then of course, lastly, probably the cutest part of this collection, which is the Honeypot lip scrub and mask duo. I was going to be so mad if I wasn't able to get my hands on this. Don't tell me this isn't cute, because you can't. Like, this is so adorable, and it smells like honey. I haven't used these yet. I'm like, honestly, like, I don't want to like ruin the inside because they're just so cute. And then it came with these 2 little honeycomb. What are these called? They're like little wands that you use for honey. Anyways, super cute. So one has a clear-ish cap, or like somewhat see-through, and the other one has a opaque cap, and that's how you can tell them apart. But I cannot wait to use these for sure, but I'm kind of like saving the very first moment I dip the little wand in there because I'm totally weird. But anyways, let's get right into the highlighter application and then the 2 looks, and then I will give you some of my first impression thoughts at the end of the video. So first I'm going to be putting on the highlighter in a Silly Old Bear. And I love the Super Shock highlighters. They're just so nice and so beautiful. I have some that are pretty old, but they still are like really nice and creamy. And I actually have a hip pan on like 2 shades, I think. But they just look so wet on the skin, and they don't accentuate any skin texture. So I like to tap them on with my finger. So that's what that looks like. I'm gonna go in just with a little bit more like right here. But here's what that looks like. Love it. Priming with the paint pot from MAC Cosmetics. First going in with Think right into the crease. And I'm just going to take it pretty much from the front to all the way down here. And that is really pigmented. Like, not that Colourpop doesn't have pigmented shadows, but definitely nice. Next, going in with Pooh Bear to deepen it up right in there, right in the crease. Also really nice. Look at that blend. Okay, Colourpop. Look at that. That blended so nicely together. I'm going to go in with just a little bit more Think. I feel like it just kind of really mixed in with the other shade. And going in with In My Tumbly, the outer corner to deepen it up. I'm actually going to use Think just a little bit out here to bring that yellow in. Going back in with a little bit more In My Tumbly. And also taking that under my lower lash line to connect with the outer corner. Putting down some NYX glitter primer, and I am going to create a half crease, kind of like a fake one. And taking Make Believe right up against where I lay down that edge. And then taking Oh Bother below that. And just starting to blend it out into the outer corner so there's no harsh edges. Going back in with Make Believe just a little bit out here And I'm going to go back in with In My Tumbly just a little bit. And look at that. That is so pretty. Love how that came out. And I can also use Oh Bother as my inner corner highlight. Just a little bit. It's a little bit more like a sheen. To finish off this look, I put on the Ruffle Lashes from Kiss, and in the waterline I have the gel liner from Colourpop in Extra Frosting. For the second look, priming again with the Paint Pot from MAC Cosmetics. Going in with Smackaroo right in the crease. This is a sequin shade, so it does have the sparkles throughout it. Those are just gonna pretty much blend away, which is why I don't really care for these kinds of shades. It should have just been a matte eyeshadow. I mean, you can kind of see a little bit of a sheen, but I mean, I'm gonna be putting on metallic shadows anyway, so it's gonna all kind of merge together. Back in with a little bit more right in the crease. And then on the outer corner, going in with Best Friends, which again, another sequin shade. I mean, look at all the sparkles. But what was the reason? What was the reason? Like, do we need this? Is this adding anything special to the eyeshadow? I would say not, but I do feel like it's really just because it looks cute in the pan, so it's kind of like a, you know, attention grabber, but in application it doesn't quite translate. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more. I mean, I like that this is like just like a deeper brown. It's not as deep as In My Tumbly, but I do appreciate that there's a bit more depth in this palette. Yeah, so like pretty much all the sparkle is like blended away here, and it's just kind of sitting on the outside. Taking Best Friends underneath my lower lash line, just connecting, and I'm going to keep it like to right here. I'm not going to take it all the way down. Putting on some NYX glitter primer again, and doing a Faux cut crease again. And I'm taking Honey Tree and putting that right here, right where the cut is basically. This one is more of a satin. It doesn't have too much real shine to it. And then taking Sing Ho underneath. These look very similar once they're on the lid, don't they? I mean, yeah, this one's a little darker, but they're definitely nice. And I'm just gonna go in on the outer corner, making sure this is all blended nice and smooth. To finish off this look, I put on the Ruffle Lashes from Kiss, and in the waterline, I have the Wild Cat eyeliner. So I'm gonna try on the Wildflower Honey lip gloss. Honey? Oh no, what happened? What happened? Why is the whole thing covered? Oh, I think the stopper just came out. Oh, yeah. I don't know how that happened. It actually kind of does look like honey now. Well, that's great. So I'm gonna have to fix that. But that is, wow. That makes it really hard. We're gonna be really gel. And this doesn't have much color to it. I'm not the biggest fan of these lip glosses, honestly. I think they have much better lip glosses. Because, you know, they do that thing where, like, it just sits weird on your lips. I don't know. I don't like these. I don't think I like the formula, but that's too bad. Actually, I'm going to layer the glowing lip over it, and this is the shade Museum Date. I absolutely love these so much. It's just like not a good lip gloss. I love this color. It's like even shinier now. Oh, I love these so much though. Like, if you're ordering anything from Colourpop, just throw one of these to try because I love it so much. But yeah, so that lip gloss is doing that thing where it's like, where it like does the strings and stuff. So I don't like this formula. I don't like their formula of this lip gloss. They have some other ones that are much better. So first up, I haven't tried these yet, but I don't really see myself like hating these. I mean, they smell delicious. I'm sure they're going to be moisturizing. I've never tried any lip mask or lip scrub. Have I tried a lip scrub from Colourpop? I don't think I have. Maybe like a really long time ago when they first launched them. But anyways, I'm really excited to try those, so I don't really have formed thoughts on those, but I will keep you updated if it's anything other than I love them. So next up, onto the palette. So adorable. The metallics are okay. They're just not my preference, but I can totally see a lot of people enjoying these because they do not accentuate skin texture. They're going to be super easy to use. There's like almost no fallout. So I feel like these are very user-friendly, which I think is very important for Colourpop's audience. But I do hope that like in the future, maybe they just amp some of their metallics up a little bit. I know that I've seen some swatches and people using some of the like more recent 9pan palettes in the clear acrylic packaging, and it looks like they have like a new like marbly kind of shimmer in there that looks really nice. So I'm really hoping that they do amp it up here and there, but I do feel like almost maybe like their Super Shock shadows are meant to fill that hole kind of in their product lineup, but I really just would love to see some like more special shimmers into some of these palettes, especially if it's a collaboration palette. I mean, can you imagine like a honey marbled pan in here? It would be amazing. As for the sequins, you know, just use them as mattes. The shimmers kind of blend away, and that's kind of that on that. And then as for the Super Shock highlighter, I absolutely love this formula. I love these. I have a bunch of other shades. I do think that this one is much more on the natural glow side versus some of the other Super Shocks, which are super like really like way more shiny. They're always wet looking, but I feel like there's a different level of just how shiny they are, and this one is definitely a little bit more natural. But I feel like it looks really good with my skin tone, so I love it. I'm definitely going to be using this more. And then onto the lip glosses. I don't like this formula. It's like that thick, goopy formula that reminds me of just like glosses that I used to try like when I was in high school that were just really like, they almost like feel weird and they kind of like have a weird like sensation in the mouth. I don't know. Please let me know if you know what I'm talking about or if I'm just crazy. But I'm not the biggest fan of these, so I might just force myself to layer these here and there just a little bit, like literally use the tiniest amount. And then it is such a shame that one of them already broke. These are all really transparent almost. They have just a little tiny hint of color to them. But that's everything for this video. Let me know if you picked up anything from this collection, and if you did, what do you think? And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much makeup content, lots and lots of tutorials uploading my channel, and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.